What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode. It is John Huynh here, and welcome back to another slice of John's Life. Welcome back to another video. It is another Tsum Tsum collection video. I've been looking through the inventory, and it seems like we're going pretty fast. There's actually a lot less than I thought there was. I believe there's only a few more sets left in my collection and the shelf to go through. I know for sure we have at least 4 complete sets in there that I still need to do, and then I have 2 more sets on the way from Macari, so that should be adding some more content and fluff to the mix. So yeah, there's that. And then I also forgot to announce, but I'm actually going back home to Southern California in 3.5 weeks. Actually, no, it's 3 weeks now. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday, so 3 weeks and 1 day. And I'll be going to Disneyland for 2 days out of the 5 days I'll be there. So very exciting times, and I'll be there with my friends, and I'll be doing a full 2-day vlog while I'm there with my friends. So super excited to share that with you guys. If you guys haven't watched my vlog, back in March, I released a vlog when I went to Disneyland for the first time in like, I don't know, 6 or 5 years, and it was on my birthday, actual birthday, and I had such a blast. And I went back in I think 3 weeks ago now, and I'll be back again in 3 weeks from now. So yeah, a lot of Disneyland to go to. So anyways, today we're gonna be talking about Star Wars. So if you guys don't know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I've been a fan since I think I watched episode 2. That might have been my first Star Wars movie ever as a kid. I think that came out 2005, right? So that was around middle school time. And I remember my uncle took me and my cousin out to the theaters when it was playing in the theaters, and it was so cool. I immediately fell in love with Star Wars, and over the years I really fell in love particularly with the Clone Wars aspect of Star Wars. Now I know the original trilogy is the OG, and that's where all the hype and fame came from, but for me, I have so much love for the Clone Troopers and everything about the Clone Wars. So growing up in high school with the Clone Wars TV show, the animated cartoon show, that was my jam. I watched that show so many times, and if you guys have not watched Star Wars The Clone Wars yet, you guys should definitely jump on it as soon as you can. They wrapped up with season 7 last year, so that was such a huge joy for me as a Clone Wars fan. And yeah, oh my god, love Clone Wars. So anyways, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. So I have 2 complete sets of Star Wars Tsum Tsums, and I think there's a total of like 5 sets. There's episodes 1, 2, 3, a very generic Star Wars from multiple episodes. They've done an Endor, Hoth, and then Death Star, and I believe there's also like episode 7 or 8 in the mix as well in there. I got pretty much the 2 that I really wanted, and then there's a couple more that I want, but in terms of complete sets, I think I have pretty much everything. So these are the 2 sets I have on hand right now, and then I have 1 box set, and then 2 that is not complete because it comes in a set of like 18 characters in there, and I only have the 2 just because I bought it alongside another lot back a couple months ago. So I just happen to have these 2 Star Wars characters with me. So let's go ahead and show you guys. So this is going to be from episode 2 right here, and let's try to get the other one without dropping everything here. And then this is going to be from episode 1. I don't know if you guys can see that, but check that out. This is 2 complete sets. Episode 1's complete, episode 2 complete. So let's go ahead and put that down for now without dropping everything. So came up with this plate idea, and it's working out pretty well, I'm glad. And then I have episode 3, and it comes with, I have 2 characters here. I believe there's 4 total, but I only have 2. I'm missing Obi-Wan Kenobi and a episode 1 clone trooper. Or not episode 1, my bad, phase 1 clone trooper. I have a phase 1 clone trooper in this box set I have, but I don't have the one that was sold separate with that wave of episode 3. But yeah, another thing I have is this box set. Check out this. So like I said, I'm a huge Troopers fan, mainly clone troopers, but every now and then Imperial Imperial Stormtroopers and all the other troopers do look really cool, so I do admire some of their armor designs and stuff like that, but always gonna be a 100% Clone Trooper fanboy, so we're gonna be talking about that as well. And then last but not least, I have the other 2 characters from that 18 character set, and it's labeled under Star Wars, very generic, and this is the first wave of Star Wars to release in Tsum Tsum form. And I have Han Solo and Leia here, Leia Skywalker. So yeah, so let's get into it. We're gonna be talking about all these different Tsum Tsum characters right now, and we're gonna be going over to our close-up overview of every different character. Hope you guys enjoy this video, so stay tuned. Let's go ahead and talk about the Tsum Tsum characters that I have here. And like I said, I have 2 complete sets, a box set, a partial complete set, or 2 partial complete sets. And yeah, let's get into it. So I'm not gonna be going in episode order just because episode 3 is in front. We have the generic Star Wars, episode 1 and then episode 2. In terms of reach, I'm gonna go for episode 3 first. And like I said, this is a partial set. I have 2 out of 4 characters. I'm missing Obi-Wan Kenobi as well as the Phase 1 Clone Trooper, but technically not because I have it in the box set, which I'll show you guys momentarily. But let's go ahead and start with episode 3, shall we? So we'll go ahead and start with Anakin Skywalker. So if you guys know, in episode 3 he becomes more in tune with the dark side because of everything that has happened to him at the Jedi Council, and it's just a bunch of turmoil, and then all these decisions and things that happened to him led him to the dark side. And he's got his nice signature yellow eyes with the red ring, and then he's a little bit injured, and then you can see his blue lightsaber. I really love the little detail of them embroidering a lightsaber onto the body. This is really cool, and I will say the blade seems to be a bit too narrow or a bit too thin for the blade. I wish they would have done it a little bit thicker, but not bad. And then let's take a look at his attire, and it's got his little robe right here, and then on top of his shirt and his belt. And then, like I said, Star Wars gets their own individual tags here, just like how Incredibles 2 had their tags. Star Wars and Marvel gets their own tags, but it does not tell you what movie they're from. It just says Star Wars and trademarked by Lucasfilm. Okay. And then next up, we have General Grievous. So I believe episode 3 is the first time we're introduced to this character. If you guys watched the Clone Wars TV show, animated cartoon, you'll see him a lot in the TV show, but he is one of the main characters or main protagonists in episode 3. And yeah, let's take a look at his body. Okay, and then you notice he has 4 lightsabers because he has 4 hands. So and then they actually do include 4 hands up here, and then 2 legs. So really cool detail on that. All right, and then we're gonna jump over to the right side over here to the Star Wars lineup, and this actually was included in the very first Star Wars wave of Tsum Tsum back in 2016. I think this wave came out February, and there was like a total of like 18 characters or something like that, a decent amount. So I have the dynamic duo, the lovers from across the universe, Han Solo and Leia Organa, or Leia Skywalker if you know. So let's go ahead and start with Han Solo, shall we? So here, and then on the side we do get his signature red stripes on his pants right here. Really cool. And he's got his brown belt and like a gold collar here. Oops. And then on the other side we also have the same red stripe design as well. So nothing on his belly and nothing on his tush. I really wish they included his blaster embroidered on the side too, or something like that. That would have been really cool. Alright, let's get ahead and take a look at Leia. So she's got like a nice blush on her cheeks going on, and her signature buns, her double buns on each side of her head. Really cool. And then we have the belt design here on her uniform or her dress that she wears. Okay, cool. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump over to episode 1. So I'm gonna move these guys out of the way for now. make room. And then, all right, so this is episode 1 right here. All right, let's go ahead and start with the first character we have here. Now this is Queen Amidala, or Padme Amidala. This is when she was a queen for Naboo, and she has all this really nice headdress, really fancy going on, and she has a really elaborate dress or robe that she wears when she's sitting on the throne. So really cool. I really love all the little details of her headdress on here. And then her face is like pale white because they have like this powder on her, and then she has these 2 red dots on her cheeks. So that's a really cool detail to add. Okay, so that's character number 1. And then up next we have everyone's favorite, Jar Jar Binks, the lovable Gungan, or if you don't hate or you don't like him, you'll really hate him. And then also I was also told that he is a Sith Lord in the canon universe. So I don't know if that's true or not, but check it out. Got his nice little outfit here. And then, like I said, Star Wars Tsum Tsums, they did a really good job of redoing or designing the characters, alien characters in Tsum Tsum form, because he looks fantastic. Alright, next up we have Obi-Wan Kenobi as a Padawan, and then you can tell because he has the signature tail right here, his long tail signature, and that he's still a Padawan. And then he has really nice frizzy hair up here, and then blue lightsaber and his Jedi robe. Really cool. Next up we have Anakin in his pod racing uniform. As you see, his helmet right here, and then his goggle, signature blonde hair, and then his outfit. Nothing else here. Then up next we have Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn, and it's got this little hood right here, or you can unfold it if you fold down because it's not in use. And then he's got a green lightsaber, nice little belt, his Jedi robes, nothing else fancy. He's got his little mustache here, and then it seems to be a little lopsided on this side. Okay, and then we have Darth Maul. Check him out, isn't he fantastic? Now, it's interesting that they put the 2 horns on each side right here, because if you know Darth Maul, he's a Zabrak, and Zabraks have, male Zabraks have horns on the top of their head. So it's interesting that they chose to put it on the side. I mean, it looks kind of cool regardless, but it would have been really cool to see some more up here. And he still has his ears down here. This one seems to be very pronounced, while this one's like a stub. Like I can barely feel this left ear, or his right ear technically. But yeah, and then check that out, his iconic dual lightsaber. Really cool. He has a lot of lint. You should pat him down later. Okay. Alright, last but not least, we have Sebulba, which is Anakin Skywalker's nemesis in the pod racing world. Now, I don't know the exact species of his race, but they are shown in the Clone Wars TV show. So if you guys watch it, you'll see more of his species. So yeah, and this is also his pod racing uniform, his little helmet and goggles. Nothing on the rear. All right, let's go ahead and put everyone back on the plates, and then let's get them out of here. So yeah, episode 1, really cool stuff. Alrighty, put them back there. And then the last of the set is going to be episode 2. Now, episode 2 is not the best Star Wars movie out there, but it is one of my favorites just because that's the first movie that we're introduced to the clone troopers of the Grand Army of the Republic, which helped fight for the Republic alongside the Jedi Masters and Padawans during the Clone Wars. And I just love the whole story behind how the clone troopers were created. And we're going to go ahead and get into that in a bit, but let's go ahead and introduce some of the characters from this set. So first up, we have Jedi Master Aayla Secura, and she's a Twi'lek. You can tell because of her ears. And now I cannot move her ears past more than this because they stitched it down here. There's a little thread here holding it down. That's unfortunate. I really wish we could have moved up and down because there are many characters with ears or hair that we could move up and down, but not Ayla. But as you can see here, we have a blue lightsaber to go. And yeah, Ayla's a really cool Jedi. Alright, and then alongside her, we have Mace Windu with his classic purple lightsaber. Check that out. And then his robe, Jedi robe attire. Nothing on his belly, nothing on the rear. And he's just bald, so not much to see. And then we have Master Plo Koon. And then he has his breathing mask because he cannot breathe oxygen like other species. So he needs this to filter breathable I guess oxygen or whatever he uses to breathe. And then on the side we have a blue lightsaber, and then he's just wearing an entire robe with the hood. Nothing on the belly, nothing on the rear. And then after that we have Anakin Skywalker as a Padawan, because you can see the signature tail right here too. So from pod racing Anakin to Padawan Anakin, and he's got this nice fuzzy hair up here, really nice, feels nice. And then on the side we have a blue lightsaber and his Jedi robe attire. Nothing on the stomach, nothing on the rear. And then we have Count Dooku, Sith Lord. Now I'm actually curious because I don't know what his lightsaber looks like embroidered on the side, but if you guys watch the movie, his lightsaber hilt is actually a little bit curved, and it is very distinct from other Jedi's or Sith's lightsabers. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like. But I love his little angry emotion or expression here, and his little beard. All right, moment of truth, guys. Boom. Oh my god, look at that. It's actually curved, and it looks exactly like his lightsaber. Now that is a really cool attention to detail right there, guys. Really awesome. Good job, Disney. You guys are killing it. Alright, so that's Count Dooku. Next up, we have Padme Amidala, or Senator Amidala. So in episode 2, she no longer is the Queen of Naboo. Instead, she is a senator in Coruscant representing the Republic in the Senate. Now, and this is what she usually wears. It's really white with this like tan or beige, a little scarf thingy that's like a cape, but it's like split in two. Feels really nice. It's like cashmere right here. I expect nothing less of a senator. Yeah, she's got little blushes, and then her hair up here. Really cool. Okay. Alright, last but not least, we have Jango Fett, Bounty Hunter. Now, if you guys don't know, so clone troopers, their DNA derives from Jango Fett. So he is the original person with the clone's DNA. So he is like the best fighter in the galaxy. So where he stays at in Kamino, these Kaminoans, which is a species, really high-tech species that have the ability to clone with DNA samples. So they took DNA from Jango Fett and created a whole clone army of him. And yeah, I really like Jango Fett. He's probably my favorite helmet character in all Tsum Tsum designs because he looks actually pretty decent. So I love his little rangefinder here, and then the jetpack, and then his little belt. Really cool. I would have loved to also see some blasters. He has these really two iconic blasters that look identical to each other. To have that embroidered somewhere on here, that would have been really cool to have, but alas, we do not have it. All right, let's go ahead and put everyone back on the plate, and then let's get them out of here, and then we'll go ahead and finish up with the last item, which is the box set. All right, and that's gonna be our last look at episode 2 right here. All right, I'm gonna make room so I can push this back. Oh, I dropped some. It's all right. Okay. So this one's gonna be a little bit tricky because it's in this box, so Probably going to have to change up the camera angle a little bit. So yeah, so this is the box set from D23. Now D23 is a exclusive club. You have to pay a membership every year to be a part of D23, and they host these cons that you can attend at the Anaheim Convention Center. So I would love to attend a D23 event, but I don't know that much about D23 yet and how it works. And then also I don't live in Southern California, so it just wouldn't make a lot of sense for me to be a member because I wouldn't be able to attend the events. And that's a really big bummer because D23, every time they have an event, there's always something exclusive that's sold there that only D23 members are allowed to buy. And then I see them resold on Mercari, eBay, you name it, and everything goes for so much. And they milk it because everything you buy at D23 is limited. So speaking of limited, this box, there's only 1,000 that was made. So if you think about it, that's not a lot. It is a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, for during the time, 2017, I think was when this set was sold. Think about it, 2017, only 1,000 people were able to buy this set, and that was only US customers, I believe. I don't think this was sold in Japan or Europe or anything like that. So really crazy to think that I was able to snag one of these sets for like 6 years later, still in grand spanking new condition for the most part. And I got this for like $35 or $40. And I think they probably sold this for 25 or oh, it's actually $30. Check that out. When it was sold, it was $30. So I only paid $5 more plus shipping, of course, for what the set is. So yeah, so if you guys don't know, we have this is Oppo right here. So this is a clone trooper from the 501st Legion, and it's got this little arrow here to kind of honor Oppo from Avatar: The Last Airbender because of the little stripe here. And then this is a phase 2 version of Oppo, so he's a named character in the clone army. And then we have a generic phase 2 clone trooper, and then this is the phase 1 clone trooper that I was talking about. So technically I have him for episode 3. He's also not supposed to be in episode 3, so I don't know why they sold a phase 2 trooper or phase 1 trooper alongside episode 3 releases. And then we have a first order stormtrooper, we have an Imperial Death Trooper, and then we have a Imperial Stormtrooper here. So yeah, check that out, guys. I mean, this is a really cool set. Like I said, they look really janky for characters in Tsum Tsum form, but you know, I'm not gonna complain. It's nice to have them in my collection and, you know, be the one of 1,000 people who still owns the set in brand new condition. Like the tapes are still on it. For the most part, not that much damage. I'd say this is 99% clean for the most part. So really cool. But yeah, that's the last thing I have in terms of Star Wars in my collection at the moment. I don't know if I'll be adding more. I probably will be, but it'll be like characters here and there. I really want a Yoda and a Darth Vader Tsum Tsum characters to add to my collection, but I'm not sure if I'll be adding complete sets other than the ones I have now, but we shall see in the soon near future, won't we, guys? So anyways, let's go ahead and transition back to do our outro, guys. See you guys in a bit. All right, that takes us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the in-depth overview of my Star Wars Tsum Tsum collection. Now, if you guys can do me a favor and leave a comment in the section and just let me know what your favorite piece of Star Wars content is, whether it's a novel, a book, a movie, a TV series, anything, you name it, just let me know. Would love to hear from any other Star Wars fans out there. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Now, I don't go too crazy. Like, I haven't read any books, I haven't read any novels. I purely only watched movies and TV series and played some games here and there. But in terms of like reading in-depth lore and stuff like that, I'm not that crazy of a Star Wars fan. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys' thoughts and process on the whole Star Wars series is. And then also let me know what you think about the portrayal of Star Wars characters in Tsum Tsum form. Now, like I said, I'm a huge fan of clone troopers and troopers in general, but they look super janky in Tsum Tsum form. I'm not a huge fan of these, but I mean, it's nice to have than not. But they look super duper funny and really janky with a helmet. It doesn't look really right, but in terms of like any other characters, they look fantastic. As long as it's like humanoid and such. Even the aliens look pretty good, but for some reason troopers don't look that good. But anyways, that's gonna be a wrap for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my Tsum Tsum collection update videos with me, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.